Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Aaron, and today we are gonna just do a little bit of like a fitness day. That's what we're gonna call it. Yesterday was my mom's birthday, so I took the day off. I kind of was scheduled to because today I have one of my long runs planned for today for my half marathon. So I'm actually driving there now. It is currently like 8:30 in the morning. I have the luxury of working a little bit later today, so I don't necessarily have to, I didn't have to get up at 4 a.m. to do a run. But we're still only on week 2 of marathon prep. So right now, this lady literally just tried to turn in the wrong way. Some lady just tried to go down a one way. Today is our long run of the week 2 marathon prep. Our long run this week is only 5 miles. I'm gonna double check when I get to the track because if it says 6, pleasant surprise. Mentally, always prepared, so I feel good, never afraid. But I did wanna say this. So yesterday, when we went out to dinner, we were sitting there and I was like, you know what? I said, fuck it, I'm paying for dinner because I've been extremely ambitious recently. I've been trying to relaunch my businesses and get those things going. And, I work in literally every single day. I was like, I'm gonna pick up this tab, because this is something that I've always wanted to be able to do. Growing up, your parents will always be the ones to treat you to everything. Your parents pretty much sacrifice a lot. Depends on how you grew up. My mom had kids pretty young. So she essentially gave up a lot to make sure that we had a good life. And now it's our time to pay it back. And on top of that, I do live at home. Let's keep it a buck. I moved out, I've been independent, I moved back because, shit always doesn't work out. You at least gotta try. But yeah, so it felt really good to be able to just go and, just throw my card down, be like, here, I'll pay for it, whatever. Couple $100, gone. And the way I see it is I gotta make that shit back. That's where my mind's at right now, is how do I make this back? I gotta make this back. I gotta make sure that I show up. The way I see it is this run may not be getting my money back, but it's gonna get me a little bit closer. Everything I do, I feel like moves the needle. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there because it feels good. That's not the first time I've done it, but I promise you, it's a great feeling when you're able to kind of do that for the people that have done it for you forever. Anyway, I'm fucking yapping. Let's get this shit over with. So we're just starting, a little bit windy. It's probably 40 degrees. There's one other person here. We're getting after it. I'm gonna try not to record during the whole run, obviously, because I don't wanna hold my arm up the entire time. I might check in halfway. Today's not necessarily supposed to be a fast run. The goal is to pick up the pace gradually and then run it at a moderate pace. We don't wanna run it as fast as we ran our tempo day, but not as slow as our recovery run. Somewhere in between. Honestly, I'll probably be sitting around, I would say, a 10 to 11 minute pace would be ideal, probably closer to the 11 side, but we'll see. So I'll show you guys the stats at the end. About halfway, my pace is a little bit slower than I wanted. I feel super stiff and it's pretty windy. Not that that's an excuse, but it's slowing me down a bit. Either way, we're moving. But halfway done, we're gonna try to pick it up on the second half as per usual. We'll kind of see. Obviously, the stats don't lie, so once I show you guys that, we'll be able to see if I was able to pick it up and start getting my feet up. We're just praying it doesn't rain. It's not supposed to, but if it does, then we're gonna finish. It'll just be really uncomfortable. I'll catch you guys at the end. Once I'm done, I'm gonna go home and stretch, and then I'll check in with you guys there because everything is wet, so I can't stretch here. Once I have the opportunity, I'll show you guys how we finished. So this is my workout. I'm putting a date at the top first so that you guys can see that today's date. And then I actually ran 5 miles. And then these are my splits. So like I said, I usually tend to pick up pace over time. First mile was at a 12:01. It was really cold and windy and I was super stiff. I'm not gonna lie. My warm-up was not enough. My second mile was 10:48, so pretty drastic. And that's just naturally how I am. As I run, I start to just pick up pace. I don't know why I'm like that. I think that's probably the right thing to do. I just have always found that I just pick up speed over time. Second mile was 10:48, third mile was 10:16. So I was starting to work into the range that I wanted to be in. Still felt pretty comfortable. Fourth mile was 9:51. And then the 5th mile was 9:15. And that wasn't even me trying to purposely run the last mile hard. I just found that I was starting to pick my feet up and I was like, okay, now I'm getting warm. So I literally finished the run, wasn't out of breath, felt really good. If I kept going, I probably would have been I feel like I probably would have ran the rest of my miles around there, maybe a little bit faster depending on like how things were going. Overall good run. The total average miles was 10:26. And I had said that I wanted to be closer to like the 11-minute and I was right in the middle. So after this, I'm gonna see you guys at the gym. We're gonna hit upper body and I'll walk you guys through that. All right, so we made it to the gym. I'm at my other gym where I can actually like record my workouts and shit. So we're hitting upper body right now. We're always gonna start with back, then we're gonna move to chest and then finish with shoulders. Just because that order, usually you want to train the biggest muscles first and then kind of work your way down. So, and then shoulders kind of get work along the way. So this right here is a lat pullover machine. I don't know if you've ever seen one. This one is plate loaded, but basically, as you guys kind of saw, it kind of stretches out the lats, lets you contract them. It's gonna open up the back a little bit before we get into the rows. I had a pretty big meal before this, so I'm hoping that I'm kind of rejuvenated a little bit because obviously we ran 5 miles earlier today. Hopefully the pump is good. Instead of doing a barbell row, it's just a variation. The Smith machine. We're gonna go underhand. I like the Smith machine because you can kind of control the tension a little bit better and just really focus on the squeeze. So I'll work up to a working set, hit 2 hard sets, and move on to the next thing.
Time to take a chance to fly, feeling like I'm 10 feet high. Nightmares call, you can't deny. Better find a place to hide.
Instead of doing a dumbbell row, I opted to do this as an alternative. So kind of mimicking a dumbbell row, but that area is full. So I didn't want to be in anybody's way with the camera. So we're gonna do this instead. Focusing on rows right now. This is gonna be the last back exercise, and then we're gonna start the chest stuff. All right, so first chest exercise, we're hitting flies. I pretty much say this every single time. And for those of you that are back here, you're gonna hear the same shit every single time. Anytime before I do any type of heavy pressing, I love to do flies first. I feel like it opens me up. No matter how warm I feel like I am, I haven't really pushed anything yet. So I wanna make sure my pecs are open. My chest should be, my back should be kind of open right now. So I should be able to get naturally like a pretty good range of motion. But either way, I wanna start here, open this up, get blood in the chest, and then we're gonna move on to a heavy press. Yeah, it's crazy, because whenever I hit back first, I feel like I don't really feel any kinks like on the way back, but I do feel the tightness in my shoulders. And that's a tip, if you didn't know that, warming up your back sometimes before like doing heavy pressing, when you activate your lats and stuff and you actually keep tension on your back when you're pressing, it keeps you more firm and you usually get a lot more power. Incline dumbbell press. This is my preferred chest exercise. Usually as you work out, you get the question a lot like, how much do you bench? I don't, I have no idea. Dumbbells is kind of like my go-to. I don't know why, I've always just felt the most with it. I used to like plate loaded stuff a lot, but I've kind of moved away from it a little bit. So dumbbells is the #1 choice. on his shoulders. Gym here doesn't have a ton of options as far as like shoulder pressing goes. This is kind of like the second best option. The one benefit though is this machine has kind of like the forward handle and the side handle. What I'll probably do is start at this weight, the side handle, and then as I get a little bit heavier, move to the front handle. So what I would say is if you deal with some kind of shoulder pain or anything like that, I would definitely favor the one in the front. The angle that it's gonna give you is gonna give you more front delt, and most people have their issues like in the medial and rear, and it's that tension and pulling your shoulder back and the lack of mobility that's gonna kind of force you to feel that pain. So. When I do shoulder presses, I like to angle it back more so the weight's more in front of me. Here, it's literally like right on top of you. So it just feels a little different. It's not as comfortable, and you also can't push as much weight, but you just do what you can, you know? I feel like I normally do dumbbells, so I kind of just wanted to switch it up. We do have a standing one, but somebody was using it. So I do like this one though, because I do feel like it targets my delt, but for some reason on this one, it's like, I feel like I get a lot of tension at the top and like kind of as I'm coming down. When you train your whole upper body and you're kind of pushed through every range, to be honest with you, you just feel fatigued. So the only negative though is you don't get a crazy pump because you're kind of just training your whole upper body. So the blood is kind of spreading around. I'm definitely nowhere near where I want to be right now. And I feel like I probably look better on the camera than I do in person. Every time like I start running, I notice that I feel like my body just like doesn't adapt right away. And then out of nowhere, I just get shredded. Like you could see my obliques, you could see my abs and shit. I just feel like I have a lot of fat still sitting here. Turn it down. But I hold so much fat like down here. It's kind of like annoying. I think as I train for the half marathon and I kind of lean down more, I'll definitely be where I want to be at. I'm not super happy where I'm at right now. And this might be faded because this could be sick body dysmorphia. Because let me not get it twisted. Like I'm very healthy and I'm not like fat. I just have such a high standard for myself and I think that I should be fucking ridiculously shredded. But we're getting there. We're taking our time. Like my abs are just not popping and I feel like I have so much more like skin and fat than I did last year. So it's kind of fucking with my head a little bit. But this is gonna be the end of the video. I'll probably hit some arms real quick just to kind of finish it off. And then, yeah, that'll be it. Just because we need to get a quick pump. We never do. Some guy just walked in here, looked in, and then just left. He works here, and I never see him doing anything. But anyway, that's the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time. I'm gonna pose for my thumbnail. It's too bright. Fuck this. Peace.